welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin. This is Full Purpose in Heart, and this is the long-awaited classroom tour video. If you have never been to my channel, then this will be a fun opportunity for you to see kind of what my classroom looks like on an open scale. A lot of times on Instagram, I'll just pan from one side of the room to another, and I don't ever talk about what makes up my classroom or the reason to all of my chaos that sometimes it feels like I'm living in. So I'm gonna walk around the room. This will be a lot of talking hand, but I'll show you kind of what I've got and where I got some of the stuff that I have. I'm not super good at telling you every little detail of where I got everything, but you'll get an idea of how I organize our room so that at the end of every day, I can kind of clean up and put everything away, and hopefully the classroom will feel put together for the next school day. So if you're interested in seeing a little classroom tour video, then let's go ahead and get started. Here is our schoolroom, and as you can see, if you've seen previous videos, it looks very much the same. I don't think that I can reconfigure these middle desks to fit anywhere else in this room with the current bookshelf and computer desk situation. So maybe as the kids get older someday, I'll put them up against the walls. But for now, I really love this center desk situation where we're all working together. These are IKEA desks in pieces. So the top is just a top, and then this is just one of their shelving units that they have. And you can just configure it how you want. So that's how I did it. And then there are 3 of them smushed together to make 3 desks. So that's where we do all of our schoolwork. And we'll just kind of talk about what's on the desk really quick. So this is my pile, and this is a working classroom. So yes, my pile is literally always here all the time. And I've got this is my teacher's manual. This is a folder that's gonna have all of my like spare pages just for whatever unit that we're working on. I have another manual here. This is the landforms manual that we're currently working through, and our book study that we have right now. So this is just a working pile, and I always kind of just keep it here at the end of the desk. Even when my kids are doing their work, then this is just always here. This is my jar of highlighters and pens or what have you. I use it with my planner as we're finishing. I am a pre-planner, so you can see that it kind of already has some highlighting on it as we complete work. Then that's kind of how I do that. So that's there. We have a timer here because occasionally during our jump start, the kids will need to set a timer. So I have this timer here, and there should be another timer somewhere, but anyway. And then I talked about this in a recent video where we talked about our supplies. This year I put all of our supplies in a central caddy instead of in their drawers. I'm going to show you their drawers here at the end of my video, so stay tuned if you're curious to see what's inside the drawers. But I just put in here all of the supplies that we use regularly. I will say that I miss having crayons easily grabbable. I feel like we never used crayons before, but as it turns out, we used them all the time. We do love these alcohol markers, but they bleed through everything. So I'll show you where we keep our cardboard so that they can draw with those. I prefer glue sticks over liquid glue. So I have tons and tons of these because I feel like we go through them really quick. And then yes, 500 pencils because it just feels like we go through pencils really fast. So, and I really am loving these pens. This is a Papermate product, and they're just these full colored pens. It's just a bunch. So I let my kids write in pen or pencil, just depending on what they want to write with. So, and of course 100 scissors, because again, you can't ever have too many scissors. So moving along in our room. So on the floor, this is my co-op bag, and I keep it here because I'm always pulling things out of it and then throwing things into it for when we have co-op. So it just stays here because then it's out of the rest of the house, but it's easily grabbable. So this is our morning cart. And I talked a lot about this last year because I used it a lot last year, but this year we haven't really used it that much. It's kind of just an easy grab storage location. So on the top here, I have just some flashcards that we occasionally will use. I've got again, just an easy grab for some Sharpie markers that aren't going to be dried out because I try to They're always dried out when I go to grab some. I do keep all of our Mail Monday letters as they arrive in our mailbox. I just store them here so that we can have them when we're going to use them. And then as we read our Mail Mondays, of course, this is going to get really crazy. As we read our Mail Mondays, then depending on where we're at, then the kids will pull out and we'll do either the Road Trip USA brochure, or we'll do one of the animal research brochures, just kind of depending. If we're doing the American Adventure ones are going to be usually a national park or somewhere in the United States. And then this is just the animal ones when we do letters from the wild or writings from the wild. So if you want to know more about my Mail Mondays, I do have a video posted about that specifically, so you can see what that's all about. All of these other books I have not touched yet this year. We've been in school now for just over a month, and so I haven't really used any of those. Below here, these are just, again, some quick grab books that I have for our book study that we're doing. We're currently doing Andy and the Circus, so you can see there's a lot of circus books down there and some games. And then down here on the very bottom, this is where I'm storing our science textbook and our geography textbook. So I use both of those. The rest of these books down here are from last year, and I don't study them anymore. So yeah, they're just down there because I don't have anywhere else to put them, I guess, or I'm too lazy to move them somewhere else. I don't know. Okay, moving along the room, there's not a lot to necessarily see per se, but this is my kids' bookshelf. And I had asked in a recent video, hey, how do I get my kid to read some books? And so I do have a shelf here that he can pick any of these books to read from. He's currently reading the Wing Feather Saga. He's very excited to read these Trapped in a Video Game adventure series. But I just have a couple of options here that he can choose from. He can choose anything from this shelf or that shelf over there. And there are a lot of series, and so I don't know how he feels about that, but we are indeed struggling with the reading department. I also got him a whole bunch of, these are books that I'm going to be going through with him starting in October, and we're just going to pick one. These are just character or like habit, whatever, growth books. So we have 7 Habits, Life Skills for Teens, Building Unstoppable Self-Confidence for Teens, and Growth Mindset for Teens. So these are just some books that I got that we're going to do together over the next few years, probably. Who knows how long it'll take us to actually get through them. But there's that. Okay, this is new organization for my classroom this year, is that we did get one of these standing laptop holders. It just helps with keeping the kids, putting the laptop away, as well as screen time, because I'm not always on top of it. That when they are playing their games, if the battery runs out, then they have to be done. So there's some real life for you. But yes, I do that. So they can unplug that, and then they know they need to be done with that. Okay, this is my junk basket. Isn't it lovely? So next to it, these are our flashcards that go with our vocabulary program that we're doing, and I have the kids write their words on flashcards. So that's where I store these. And then in here, it's just a bunch of random like stuff. So this is our book study that we did last time. I never put it away, which I could easily put it away because it goes right here over on this side. Okay, look at me cleaning up right now. This is a future book that we're going to be doing as we get into our countries with our geography. Anyway, these are some manuals for the Fix It Grammar that I pull out every day with my kids. Random white paper that I find on the floor, so I put it in there. Again, it's just like a junk thing, but I know everything that's in here. Don't pretend like you don't have one of those, right? And then these are the cardboards I was talking about earlier. We just put them on the side here, and then the kids, when they're using their alcohol-based markers, then those, it won't bleed through on their paper. So that is that corner over there. These are an addition to our classroom as well, and I love them with a capital L. These are where we store our art, and we do try to do art every week. And they are, they open up. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. They open up, and then their old art gets stored inside, and their new art gets displayed on the front. Isn't that amazing? They are the best. I actually purchased 6 of them so that we could have kind of a rotating view, but I don't have room to post 6. So I have 3 extra ones. So anyway, moving along. Let's talk about the table here. This is not new. You've seen it before. This is my kids' turn-in station. And I have my kids turn in, quote unquote, turn in all of their work that is just kind of loose leaf papers. And that way, when I go to prepare their portfolios that I have to submit for the state, then all of their work is in this easy to grab area. I'll prepare their portfolio and then I'll move what they finished down into these drawers down here. And then we'll be fresh. That way I know when I go to prepare their second quarter portfolio, I'm not duplicating the work that we've already done, and it's all fresh work that hasn't been submitted yet. So that's where that is. And then down here in each of these, I have these 2 containers are our paper. We do Wednesday is like a crafting word day. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see we do word craft Wednesdays. So I have all of our colored neon paper here. And then this is just a whole bunch of construction paper. You can see just a ton of construction paper, again, just for word craft Wednesday. And the kids know that this is free reign. They are able to come in here and grab colored paper, not just for school, but anytime they want it. So that's that. And then next to it, because I can't find another place, these are our books that we're doing this year for book studies that we are all going to be working through. So I just put them there because then I know for sure where they are. And they're kind of in order, but not really. So anyway, that's where those are. And then we're also doing quite a bit of geography. And right now, although it's not state focused, with our 5 in a row books, there are a lot of state focused text, like it takes place in. So I have all of my state puzzles up here. And then this is a world puzzle. So with geography, then I find that I have been kind of trying to grab like, oh, hey, let me show you on this map. So anyway, that's just kind of a fast place to put that. All of these other cupboards that you see down here are just extra storage. So this is when we did our body unit and our ocean unit. I have all of these books that I didn't dispose of because, or donate or whatever, because I'm sure we'll do it again when the younger one comes up. And then these are kind of just projects from, these are all of our WordCraft projects from the past because I was going to film a video about it. But these should be empty. Should be being the key word. Okay, anyway, and then we have just some stickers in that one. This is, again, just a bunch of like storage. I just showed you the carpet, but you get it. These are just, again, just a bunch of books, some atlases, resource books, Magic Treehouse books. And then these are all my curriculum books. I haven't moved them. They're mostly Evan Moore, but there are occasional like unit studies and stuff like that that I've put in there. Okay, let's move into a better like view here. And then these are our vocabulary words for the week. I refresh these every week as well. There are 10 words a week. We do 2 weeks of new words and then 1 week of review. So they'll have 20 words that they'll learn. And we're just learning the words as well as the spelling and all that kind of fun stuff. The whiteboard in general, I do use. Over here is where I list all of our like schedule for the day. It helps me as a teacher just to make sure we don't forget anything. And the kids like it too because they can kind of see us move along in the school day. And then we also, as you can see, it becomes like a display for any artwork that we have been doing. So there is that. Moving along, not much to talk about. I mean, it's just a computer. My older kids both have math on the computer through teaching textbooks. So that is the only online program that we're doing right now. So that's why that is there. So it just works really good. Okay, turning around here. This is my geography or history unit wall, and we will put up any kind of display or whatever vocabulary words that we do. And so that's why most of it is blank, is because the year's kind of just gotten started. But because we are doing geography, I have the world map here, which we have referred to many, many times. Above it, we have geography terms. This is just like a bunch of landforms poster. And because currently we are doing landforms, that's been really resourceful and we've used it a bunch of times. And then in the red and the yellow side here is where we're storing our vocabulary words as we go through the unit. So that is what we're just putting there. And I do have my kids actually write the words. So that is that. And then as we come around here, I didn't show you, we do have our TV in our room, and that's where I can put up PowerPoints or whatever we need to do for that. And then my jump starts obviously go up there too. So when I'm in Instagram, this is usually where I stand, and I'll pan over my room and you can kind of see where we're at in the beginning of the day. Okay, let me show you what's in the work boxes in case you're wondering. Let's get a little bit of a closer look here. So these again are the work boxes. There are 5, I believe, drawers, and I don't use all 5 drawers for the kids, but I didn't organize them, so this is like a live thing for you. So the top drawer is kind of my kids' catch-all, and I've given it to them. Originally, I had this was where they had their pencils and their stickers and erasers and glue and scissors and everything, but it just got to be so chaotic and everyone was losing their stuff that I literally just was like, do whatever you want. So, so that's what's in there right now. But this is one of our Jumpstart drawers. So every morning I do try to get out the books that we're going to be doing that are a part of Jumpstart, and I'll put them on the desk so the kids don't necessarily have to rifle through. So anyway, this is all of my youngest Jumpstart books that they have. And again, they don't do everything that's in here. We kind of rotate around, but that's where they get all of these books from. And then one drawer down is going to be their work that we're doing together as a class. So this is my youngest's landforms journal that he has. And then we've got his book that he's doing for his book studies is in here. And then this is also where his geography book is stored. His is a little bit different because his English takes up so much space, but this is his science one too. So he does put his math book in here because his English takes up a whole drawer on its own, but he's got his math book in here. And then I actually am just storing this in here until we get to the actual continents when we study it. We haven't actually got that far, so it's kind of just a storage point for that right now. So that's where these are stored, and it just makes it really simple. When I say, okay, pull out your science journal, then they know this is where that's all going to be stored. And then for my youngest, his English is all in this second to last drawer because there's just a lot of manipulatives that go along with it, with the magnet letters and what have you. So this is his Happy Cheetah drawer. And then the very bottom drawer, again, is just a catch-all for their stuff. So this is their own personal drawer. They can put whatever they want to in it, as well as the top drawer. So both of those are a little bit more chaotic, I guess you could say, but the rest of them are there. All right, and that's it. There's our classroom from beginning to end. I know that I kind of noticed a few times I was like, I think I'm showing them the carpet or I'm whatever, but so sorry if it wasn't super clean, but at least you get an idea. And if there is something that I showed you that you're like, where did you get that? Or talk a little bit more about that, put it in the comment section below, because I'd love to give you some ideas, or if there's something that I wasn't very clear on, I'd love to clarify that for you. And as always, if you're interested in homeschooling videos and all that kind of good stuff, I love to share here on our side of the mountain. So go ahead and click that follow button and the bell if you want to have notifications for every time I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.